Order. I'll have order here. If there are any more outbursts, I will clear this room. I will not tolerate inappropriate behavior in my courtroom.
Cooper just recanted his written confession. He said that Julie did it.
Mr. Leopold, are you ready to continue?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Cooper, did you or did you not sign this confession?
Yeah, that looks like the one I signed. But only because they made me.
Who made you?
Julie's psychiatrist and her husband. They came to visit me at the prison hospital and threatened to sick pit bull on me if I didn't cooperate.
Dr. Locke and Dr. Ramsey threatened you with a dog?
No. Pit bull isn't a dog as in man's best friend. He's a dog as in subhuman inmate who had already rearranged my face once before.
Did you ever tell anyone at the prison you were threatened?
No.
Or at the hospital where you claim this devious plan was carried out?
No, but...
Oh, and so now suddenly, after giving a signed affidavit stating that you murdered John Kanellos, you decide that your confession was coerced?
That's right.
Well, isn't it possible that you realize the ramifications of admitting that you're a murderer and then change your story?
No, that isn't possible at all.
Then why are you changing your story?
Because of Kevin Collins.
Dr. Kevin Collins?
Yeah, he's a shrink, but I try not to hold that against him. Especially since he helped me realize how wrong it would be to accept blame for a murder I knew Julie committed.
Could you tell the court how Dr. Collins coerced you into withdrawing your confession?
He didn't. Oh, he has tried to mess with my head. But I know my own mind, and I did not kill John Kanellos.
Can you tell us where you were the night of the murder?
Let me see. I remember I was in an institution.
A mental institution, to be exact.
If you're trying to imply that I'm a nutcase, remember you're the one who called me up here, chump.
No further questions.
Your witness, Miss Jensen?
Did I have asking about escaping from Concord? He did it before, and he could have done it again the night of the murder.
Look, I'm the lawyer here. I know what I'm doing. We've got to get him off the stand as soon as possible, see what Dara does,
Jensen?
and then we work on damage control.
Exactly how did Dr. Locke and Dr. Ramsey force you into signing this confession?
Well, they promised to get me transferred into a nice, cushy mental facility. Well, I suggested they stuff it, but then they said if I didn't cooperate, they'd say I was trying to escape.
Any chance you withdrew your confession because you decided Dr. Locke and Dr. Ramsey couldn't keep their promise to you?
What, are you kidding? After all the money Ramsey got from Julie?
Testimony indicates that you brainwashed Julie into committing murder. Did you order her to kill John Kanellos?
No, the order was to kill Joe Scanlon. He was the next victim in Kevin Collins' book, General Homicide.
And why was he killed?
He was wearing the same costume as Scanlon. Julie messed up. But you gotta hand it to her. She always followed orders.
No further questions.
Before I begin, I'd like to inform the court that I'm now treating this witness as hostile.
So noted.
You stated that it was ludicrous that I could have escaped from a maximum security institution at will to commit murder and not get caught.
That's true.
But haven't you indeed escaped from such an institution before?
Yes.
Not once, but twice?
Clever, wasn't I? But 3 times would have been pushing it, don't you think?
You claimed to be at Concord Mental Facility on the night that John Kanellos was murdered. Isn't it true that their last bed check is at 9 p.m.?
Yeah.
John Kanellos was murdered long after 9 o'clock. So the truth is, you could have escaped again and killed John Kanellos.
Objection. Counsel is speculating.
Sustained.
No further questions.
You may step down.
Your Honor, defense requests adjournment. We have no other witnesses prepared at this time.
Court is adjourned until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Do you really think you could get away with murder?
I didn't kill anyone.
Jury's heard the truth now. Say bye-bye to freedom, sis.
Ed Cooper's a nut.
Yeah, I almost feel sorry for Julie.
I don't know who I'm angrier at, Greg Cooper or Rachel Locke.
You happy?
I'm only trying to help you, Julie, not hurt you.
Is this how you help all your patients? Or only those who dare to fire you?
Just had to do it, didn't you? Had to do your best to try to send the woman I love to prison for the rest of her life.
I was just trying to protect you, Chris.
Hey, get it through your head. I don't want or need your protection.
Aiming your hostility at the wrong person, aren't you, Chris?
Gee, I don't think so, Doc.
Well, it seems to me that Rachel Locke is the real reason Julie's defense is falling apart.
You know, Julie doesn't get a lot of help from anyone in there today. But I'm not going to give up on her.
Hey, do you think that there's any way that the defense could recover from this?
It's a long shot. I've got to call Lucy. I got to check on Christina.
And as the irony of ironies, Julie saving Christina's life.
Well, even murderers can love babies.
We must be feeling pretty good. Almost single-handedly destroying Julie's defense. You know, I didn't know you were into such dramatic power plays, Dr. Collins.
I'm not doing any of this for my own ego, Doctor.
Look, I know we've had our differences. Up to now, I considered them professional. Today, you made it personal, and I won't forget that.
Rachel made a deal with Cooper.
If Cooper is telling the truth this time.
Do you think he is?
I think so. What surprises me is that Rachel underestimated him enough to get caught.
She figured there wouldn't be any consequences since Cooper's so unreliable.
But the jury won't forget what they heard.
Well, then hopefully that means a dangerous person will not be released.
When I picture Julie holding Christina, dangerous just doesn't come to mind.
I have to agree with you there. You know, usually I trust my gut instinct when it comes to reading people, but now it just seems like there's something going on with Julie. Something none of us sees.
Well, if anyone knows anything, it's Rachel Locke. I'm gonna pay her a little visit and find out what it is.